Hi guys, so today I wanted to try out the, this does not go with this, the Autoship from, I believe it's the Gemini Junior Autoship from HSN, whenever you picked it up with the different colors that they came out with a few months ago. This was something that was available, and I have not used any of them. Actually, I can show you the rest of them. They're sitting right here. And the reason I'm like, you know what, I might as well go ahead and try them is because I saw that HSN is offering them right now, already starting for, I guess, for Craft Day, March 3rd. And they're offering them for like $21 and some odd cents for the set. I think on Autoship, we got them for $17.95 plus your shipping. So they're not too expensive. For me, like, this is fine. I mean, it comes out to be like 21 or 22 bucks with tax and everything. So that's fine. So they are offering them right now. And so this is like the first and the second one. I never even opened them. I don't even think I used the one that came with. It came with the set too. So that might be one of the sets it came with. I don't even know. You know, it's hard for me to tell if this is the second, but it'll be in the title if this is the second or third auto ship. And then I had to go pick up my son in literally 20 minutes. I have 19 minutes now left. So I thought it'll be something that we can try quickly and easily, hopefully. And still make a nice card. So what you're supposed to do with these cards is make easel cards. Now it is very lacy, so I thought, oh, they must have like an outline, an outside die that helps you, you know, make the base of the card, but no. So it's very lacy, so what I want to do is use some very good paper, like a thick, sturdy paper, and then we'll, you know, do the rest. And a lot of times these cards, they're kind of sturdy anyway, just because you do have to layer it up a little bit to make your card. These guys I haven't tried, well, I've tried them before. I have other reviews of the edgeables, and maybe that's another busted out mode kind of thing that we should use. What is going on here? I see a lot of glare for some reason. But they all come with an edgeable set and then, or a doily border, but it's edgeable. The one that came with this one is called Doily Border, and this one's called Doily Frame. And this was the one I really wanted. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, this is why I want the auto ship, because I thought this was really cute. So again, I don't think they have the circle one right now. It's probably because of those, this auto ship, it just came in. You guys saw in my last haul. So they're probably holding off on putting this as something you can pick up. But I did see the like square and the rectangular one. I think it's an oval one, the other one. So we're going to make a card base with this. I am going to use my Gemini Junior. I didn't use it for a couple days, and the plates are all kind of hidden away here, but let's get this going. And let me grab, oh no, where is it? I love the black cardstock. Here it is, that thick one. And we will see how well this cuts, because this stuff is super thick. The matte black cardstock, it is 300 GSM, but it feels like ridiculously thick. So let me see how much we need of this to double it. We are going to let it hang off the edge a little bit, but this is enough to double, so we're going to have to double it this way somewhere. So I'm just going to eyeball this, cut my paper up the side, and then we're still going to need another layer of it, so I'm going to have to use a few layers of this black. So it does take up quite a bit of paper. Oopsie. And all we're going to do is fold this in half. Like, I just eyeballed it. You guys saw what I did. I didn't do anything special. I'm lining up the edges just to make sure this is nicely folded. So this is to make the card base that's going to make the easel. And then, you know, I guess it depends on how you want to use this. Do you want this little pokey side up? Do you want this flat kind of, you see what I'm saying? You can do it this way. You can do it this way, which would be a little bit odd, especially for an easel card. This way, up, you know, and so the sides are like this, which is actually kind of cute. They have it so that these flat sides are up. So I'll do what they have because I don't want to do too much. And also, I'm trying to see where it ends off. Like if it's going to cut this off, this will still be there, but it's going to be cut here. How do you choose where to stop this? That's what's really kind of odd to me. All right, well, I'm just going to go for it because maybe that high up. I'm putting it a little bit higher up because I can see that this wants to cut this out here too. And to not have so many cuts, I'm going to do it like this, I think. Okay, so let me turn it over. I was just looking at the where the die is going to actually cut. So let's just put it there. Hopefully you can kind of see where I'm lining it up. Just let these little parts also miss the notches. There's going to be plenty of areas to cut, so that's going to be something we have to consider. And I'm just going to put some tape. Okay, of course, here it is. I'm like, where is my tape? It's always in front of me. Or near me somewhere. Low tack tape. Sometimes it's tack tape. It's very, very sticky. And let me grab my shims and all that good stuff. This is pretty thick already because that paper is super thick, so I'm just gonna go for the plastic shim and then the magnetic mat and then my other cutting plate and we'll see what happens. Woo! It's taking it, so I think it's gonna be okay. It's a bummer I went with the black just because it's thick. I wanted to be able to do a little distressing, kind of like what they did here, the blue. But actually, I don't have to stay with that. I can put this one. Maybe I cut the top piece a different color. Let's see. Oh, it didn't go all the way through, you guys. Okay, let's try it again. And this time, actually, I'm going to put the Metal Shim behind it. It almost went all the way through, but not quite. So let's see what happens if we do this a little, with just a little more pressure and see what happens. It's taking it. It's not saying no. I'm telling you, that paper is super, super thick. So that's nothing that has to do with the dye. It's just, you know. Let's see if it cut this time. Please have cut. If it didn't cut, then that's basically all I'm going to do. Ooh. I don't know that I can shim it anymore, you guys, you know? Oh, what a disaster. Nope, not going to work. Let me see. What I can, no, I was going to say what I can do to fix this is run it through like a partial die cutting. I'm going to rip that off. You know what I'm saying? So this was supposed to be like this in here somewhere, right? So what we can do is partial die cutting so that we can make sure it pops through this. So let's do that. Okay. All right. So we don't need this. I am going to put this on my plate right to where I want the bend, right where the bend is. Because we don't want to cut any further than that. Right there. I'm going to tape this so it doesn't move. There's always something we can do to fix it, hopefully. Hopefully there's always something we can do. Okay, again. So complete sandwich up to that point. So whatever's hanging off of here, it shouldn't cut. Right? Because the whole sandwich isn't there. I just want to make sure we're where we need to be. Let's run that through again. And that should cut that second piece for us. We'll see. And it already embossed the top piece because it was so tight. It was really pushing in there. Let's see what happens. I thought this was going to be quick. I'm out of here, you know. It's still not cutting it. Not real well. Ugh. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to add the Metal Shim. Because, I mean, I probably mess with this enough that it'll pop out. I'm like, do I have 2 sheets of paper here? It feels like... Oh, you know what? Like, okay, well, it's this the reason I feels like I have 2 sheets of paper is because the top little piece from what popped out of here is still in here. I'm gonna run it one more time. Ugh, goodness. Let's run it one more time. And I can feel the grooves. I mean, it falls right in because it's been so done there. We'll do that. We'll still put the Metal Shim and everything else. But I'm just putting the Metal Shim on top. It's just there for pressure. My goodness. I'm like, this will be quick. I'm gonna go pick up my son. Maybe not. Oh, you know what I can do? I can use gilding wax. That's what we'll do. Oh, Lord. That made it pop. We will use gilding wax to emboss. Okay, so that's better. Metal Shim, guys. At least for mine. I know all machines, they have a little bit different pressure possibly, so for mine. And this one's still giving me trouble. But we gotta move on, so I'll finish poking out these holes before I take pictures, but there we go. So it was a little bit problematic. Again, this is the thickest paper. If this was Recollections paper like I always use, I would have run it through and it would have been just fine, no problem, you know? So we have that. I'm gonna get another piece of this black paper, because I was thinking, oh, I can top it with like a white piece and I can still emboss, but we will emboss, but we will do that with some gilding wax that I never use. I know, I was thinking that should be another busted out. Maybe if you guys are interested in that, let me know and we'll think of ways to use gilding wax in fun ways. Hopefully I cut this piece big enough. I eyeballed it. It's gonna be like, no, not big enough. Oh, see? Okay. You know why this is happening, you guys? Because I am in a rush, isn't it? All right, here we go. That's better. So we just need one of these that's complete. Ooh, I had to work with that because it was not gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna run it through with the Metal Shim since it was kind of giving me problems anyway, even the single sheet. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm sorry there's all these little things here, but what I like to do is like kind of go like this and give it a shake so they move away from my work area. You hear that? It's like really working on this one. Okay, it appears to have cut through, so that's good. And what I'm going to do is take this off. So before we remove from this, if you want to rubber emboss it, you would have to run it back through with the rubber mat and get that embossing going. But I'm just going to go over it. And you can either take it away from this and rub your fingers over it, but since it didn't really emboss too well, I'm not going to spend time doing that. I'm just going to pop this back on here. And I'm going to use the gilding wax over this, okay? You can wash it away. It is kind of oily, so I wouldn't super recommend doing that, but like I said, I don't really want to go back and rubber emboss this. So let's put their card base to the side. Let me get some of this off of here so we don't look too messy. Put this over here. All right. You know what? Actually, I'm going to move this whole thing because I'm going to use the our gilding wax. I don't want to get it all over my mat. Where is my gilding wax? I put them here so I would use them more often, so they're right on my desk. And I just have to discover them. Where are they? Okay. So this is not funny. I don't know where my gilding waxes are. I know I removed them recently, but oh well. So this gives us a chance to try the Spectrum Noir metallic wax. This is cobalt. It's kind of like their answer to gilding wax, but they prefer obviously the Pebeo one because it's just a better product in the way it's made. But let's try this out. And I'm not saying, you know, obviously Crafter's Companion is going to say, oh, Pebeo's a better, but they always like tout the Pebeo one. So I'm going to hold this in my hand just really because it's all over. Put that down and then we're going to tap some of this off. And just try it out. I'm going to rub it in here and see what happens. So I really have to push because, again, I didn't emboss the thing. Oh, I'm dipping my fingers in this. I'm going to need more of this stuff, so let's get plenty. And just get to rubbing that in there, and hopefully it'll show up. It's metallic, just like the gilding wax. Ooh, this is kind of fun. I think I reviewed this stuff a long time ago. Well, I didn't really review. I think I put it in one of my videos of like, oh, this is... Oh, I don't like the way that came. But I was like, oh, I'll just put it on the edge here, but it doesn't look that great. We'll see when I remove this thing. It was in one of my videos of like all the different products that Crafter's Companion has. That's like multimedia type stuff. So I'm going to continue rubbing this in all around and I'll be right back. I'm just trying to think about where I put that wax. What kind of makes me laugh about it is like I even thought to myself, oh yeah, I'll totally use it more now that I put it wherever I had put it and I don't even know where it is. So there's that. It's not the best effect in the world, but it's kind of cool. Hope you can see that. We're going to put something over this top part. Ooh. Okay, let me wash this thing off and I will be right back. Okay guys, so let's reset. I went ahead and picked up my son, so I'm not in a rush. I guess 20 minutes was not enough, especially after doing all that and putting the little color on this. So in the meantime though, I found this stuff because I was thinking it's kind of ethereal, like magical looking, that blue that I put on there. So what I did was I went and found my Enchanted Forest stack, which I have never used or opened. Let me turn on this other light. And so we're gonna cut a little bit from that with this these round pieces, right? So I went to the stack. This is actually from the Enchanted Christmas stack, but I think the Enchanted Forest also has silver. And this is that little portion right on the, oh, look at that. Right on the very top, because they always give you like a little sample piece. So I'm gonna cut it from there, just some silver luxury mirror cardstock, it says. And then I'm gonna find a cute little piece to cut. So that's gonna be the larger circle, okay? So it's die face down. And then I'll find another piece from this to kind of complement. So let's see, which I'm really excited about because this is so pretty and I should have bought more paper stacks. I'm sure they're available. Are they available right now on Crafter's Companion and stuff? Because I don't know that it was always selling out, but maybe it was. It's so pretty. Look at all these. And I just grabbed this smaller stack. I do have the larger one. I'm just trying to see what I want to use. Oh, there's so many pretty things on here. Look at this. Oh, but I don't want to mess up that whole page just to take a little circle. I'll use this one, which I don't know if this is going to work out the way I would want. Maybe we should use this top part. Yeah, like that. We'll use this little top portion. And this time I will definitely look and see where I'm cutting so we do not waste more paper. Okay. And I'll just cut this down too. And we'll run this through and we'll have a little mat for the top, and then we'll start assembling the card, which means we have to do some creasing on that top card there. And I will tape this because the way this day has been going, I probably need to tape it. And I want more of the blue to show in this thing, so I'm trying to get it cut up, up this way. And we'll just run these through right quick. I don't really want to put too much tape, but there we go. All right, and it probably doesn't need all, it's very basic, so that's just the plastic shim and the magnetic shim. Run that through real quick. Okay, there's a couple other pieces of this card that I also want. Obviously, we need to cut are like the words with love, and then it has, see these little feathers there, or feathers, what am I talking about? These little leaves that are super cute. So let me cut a couple of those guys out too. And maybe we'll do a drop shadow, because I never really do that, and people always ask me about doing drop shadows. So let's do a drop shadow with this, with some of that black paper that I cut up anyway. I have an extra piece here. And then, so drop shadow with some black. Let's move these pieces out of the way. And maybe I'll also do that, maybe in the silver, just to bring the silver up. So we're gonna cut that out with black, and then we need some little leaves. How about we do 4 little leaves? It's cute that they gave you 2 because they're basically the same. Oopsie, they're so tiny. Let's do several silver leaves. So I'm gonna put those there. They shouldn't move, I don't think, so we'll leave that alone. We'll see if they move, then we'll do it again. So this time I will use the metal shim just because I have that 300 GSM paper in there, and hopefully that will keep it, that will allow it to cut through really well. Try not to move that. And then we still need something for the stopper, so we'll figure that out in just the next minute here. Sorry, I'm just gonna reach over. Oh, so cute. So we do want another set of leaves, but the ones that cut out right now are adorable. And I want to tell you, so much pressure was on here that whatever I had like cut other things, you see this? These lines showed up from my mat having those same lines on it. So that was a lot of pressure having that silver, having the metal mat in there, but I needed it. So I put, oh gosh, I hope we don't lose these. They're like really stuck in there. So yeah, it was a lot of pressure. Let's get these little guys. And then we're gonna do with love also. And again, you can glue them down. I'm still gonna use the same amount of pressure just because I really want these to cut out well the first time. And I like the way it embossed too. They're really super embossed, these little guys. All right. Cute. Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of these little tiny dies. I'm gonna put them back on the carrier sheet, but get them right on that stickiness because they're so small. Okay. Ooh. All right. Oh my gosh, this is very dainty. I love that the eye is attached to the W, which is very cute because now you don't have to mess with that. Hopefully you can see that the little dot is up there. And my leaves that we got dangerously close to each other. I don't know if you can see that right there. Ooh, that could have been bad because I could have messed up the plates there. Okay, hopefully I was gonna say didn't lose my drop shadow. All right, and then we need the base card back. And we have a few other things to do, but let's go ahead and just kind of start assembling this thing. So let's get this guy out. It is so pretty. Maybe we should do a little distressing. I don't know why I was thinking, oh, I can do this real quick. Because, you know, we like distressing and stuff like that. Let me get, I have this, it has purple, you know, we want blue, don't we? We want to stay with the blue. Let's do that, and let's get our midnight quick dry. Sure. So this is Midnight. See, I remember the blue. I think it's called Midnight, so I had that in my head. Let's get that, and I'm just gonna dip it. And this is just quick dry, but you can use whatever color you like. I'm just going around the edges. Again, you can put it down and kind of smooth into it like this. That's what you want to do. However you want to do it, because it looks a little bit rough right there. There you go. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh, that definitely added more blue to it. I love it. Okay. Ooh, I got my hand all in that. The ink pad for the quick dry are really puffy, so they're very moist and puffy. All right. All right, guys, let's stop messing around. Let's get this going. All right, let me put this over here. So my only other thing was, do I actually put some more of that blue here? I don't want to, but I'm just like, I'm so over it. So I'm probably not gonna do that, but what I'm gonna do is, let's put some of this stuff back up. Did I already lose? No, it's right there. Let's put my mat back because it's kind of driving me nuts with the shine coming from the lights here. All right, here are all our little pieces. Let's pop out the rest of our With Love. This one's really stuck in there. So I'm assuming that shiny paper is basically the same as, same thickness as 300 GSM because it's pretty thick. Okay. I'm gonna take this little guy. I have this little tool sitting in front of me. I've always had it here and I never ever use it. I just want to make sure this is the front. This is the inside. So this is the front panel. We have to attach this. Now you have to just think about, where do you want this to fold? Like when we stick this onto the front to do our fold, where do you want it? So like halfway, a little bit lower, higher. So I'm just going to do it halfway. I don't know what size this card is. It doesn't seem standard, but maybe it's like 4.5. Where this line is, it's at 4.5. I can see that. So I'll go like 2.25 and just come in here and bone fold this. I think I got this little guy at Tuesday morning, if you're wondering. And I'm just gonna fold that. That's what I'm saying, it's so weird because it's so lacy. Normally the base is like a solid base card, you know? But this is what they did, so here we go. I was like, I'm just gonna center myself, stop messing around. I'm like, no, no, no. I have to do all this. So let's see. Where do I want the top and the bottom? So if that's there, do I like that? There's still some of that. That paste is interesting because it does dry and it's kind of like a paint more than anything. I'll just do it this way. So let's stick this down. And I'm going to use a tape runner. And I think what I'll do is decorate the little other one so we can it goes right in the middle, so you do see a little bit of that blue that's right around the edge here. So it's a little bit smaller than the circle that's in that middle piece there. What I think what I'm gonna do with this guy is pop dot him. So let's go ahead and do our drop shadow. And I don't know, do I want the silver over the black? Yes. I mean, it looks cute either way, but let's go like this. And this is scary. So what I'm gonna do with that is get my dot runner and just use a scrap of paper to get the little dots on the back of the W. So all that does is, not the W, the whole word, obviously. Ooh, it ripped the back off that one. Brought up the back off the W. So it only catches your letters where you want it to catch, right? Whenever you use the dot runner, the rest of it is on here. The stickiness, so there's nothing showing up over here. So let's just kind of drop shadow that a little bit, which I've never really done, so I'm trying to eyeball what I want to do. And I'm just going down with it. I don't know if you can see the difference there. That's cute. You know, I'm gonna start doing that more often, you guys. I know in Crafts Command they do it all the time. I'm like, that's really nice. Now let's be careful. We're basically getting this glue all over the back of this thing. And let's see how I want to position this. This is here. And it says with love, but it's very gothic, you guys. This is some goth stuff going on right here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stick this down, and I'm probably gonna use my 3D adhesive, the glue gel, because I need to use it up, and I keep pulling it out, and I'm like, oh, it's better today. Oh, no, it's not, you know? But since I've been keeping it in the baggie, and I really got rid of the knot, that it was a good amount that was like dried up, but I just kept poking at it, and finally when I pulled it out, and then we were in business. So look at that. And people ask, it's because, you know, I've opened this thing literally probably 5 or 6 months ago, so I can see that, yeah, it's drying up, you know? But since I've been keeping it tight, keeping a little bit of the goo towards the top. Ooh, I love it. That's so pretty, you guys. Since I've been keeping it rolled tight, and then as soon as I'm done with it, I kind of give it a squeeze, so some of it, I keep rolling it until some of the goo comes up to the top. I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of sticking out, and then you put your lid. And you know what's funny? I have been watching Kirsty Meakin of Nao Nails. I've been watching Nao Nails forever, since it was another gal that used to do it. And she's so sweet, but she always said that she was getting a lot of like social media, like just ugliness. And I guess it had to do with like her weight and stuff. It's like, who cares? What does that matter? People can be so horrible. Ugh. Anyway, she's a lovely lady, and she still does Instagram, but Kirsty Meakin, I don't know if she bought the company or if she's just like their spokesperson, but anyway, it doesn't matter. They sell gel, polygel, acrylic, right? That acrylic gel that you use for your nails, and that's what she always says. And I've been watching her for 2 years talking about the same thing, so I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. She's always make sure there's a bead at the top and then close it or it starts drying out. And now I'm going to use this to put the little leaves. And I guess I could have stuck this to, this is again the same 3D glue gel. And I'm just putting a couple dollops. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Where's my tool? I just saw it and I'm like, ooh, this is what I need. My little tacky tool. There we go. I just lost my train of thought. So if I was talking about anything else, you know, super important in the world, I'm sorry. Cute. Hopefully you guys can see that a little better. Oh, I should have stuck this to my base card probably before I started doing all the dimensional stuff, but that's okay. Ooh, maybe off the edge. I still don't know what we're going to use for a stopper, so let's think about that one. Cute. Kind of, I'm flattening that out when I don't want to. Okay. That's really pretty, but I'm telling you that look is very, very goth. All right. So again, maybe I should have stuck this down before I started doing all this other fun stuff, but let's back up a little bit. And we're just going to glue these together. So what I'm going to do is put the glue. I'm using this tacky glue that's in my little bottle, just so I can really get in here. I need to refill this thing. So I'm going to try to put it everywhere that I think it's going to be touching, which is basically all the surfaces. And on this one I want to be really good with it because it is odd that it's so lacy. But it feels super thick because of that paper. Anyway, if you guys want to check out Nao Nails, it's N-A-I-O, and they're out of the UK. And just really cool nail stuff they do. So it's fun to kind of see how they've changed in the years since they started their YouTube so long ago. And then obviously their company. Alright, let's see here. So, okay, what I'm going to do is hold this for a little while, because I don't want to get glue all over the place, but I also don't want to get it from this edge to this edge, right? So, well, I guess we could open it up like this. Okay, well, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. In the meantime, I'll think about what it is that we want to do for a stopper. So hopefully you guys see what I did. So that part that's folded, that's where we add this, and then we're going to have it up like this. And then, of course, you can decorate this middle piece. Maybe I'll cut out another piece of the paper, and I'll distress it. Okay, so I'm going to cut out another circle of the larger size, distress it a little bit, and then we'll figure out what we want to do for a stopper. Okay, so I cut out this circle, and I was looking at their picture. They put it all the way behind that piece, and I don't know, that's kind of weird. All but way behind the circle, so I'm not going to do that. Or you know what? Okay, maybe we will do that, but I'll still do what I was going to do. So I'm going to get this little flower, because there's a little tiny flower here, and I'm going to cut out 3 of them on the silver paper, because we have plenty of silver paper, and they're so cute. So I'm going to run these through, just like I've been doing, just your regular plate, magnetic, and plastic shim. If you want to use the metal shim, go ahead, because all it's going to do is help you really emboss that because it's so tight. but I don't want to keep doing that with this machine, so I'm just going to pop that out. Sorry. Oh, is my arm in the way? It's not in the way. I tucked it over enough. I keep hitting this. I'm so sorry, you guys. All right. It's stuck over here. I'm going to go ahead and pop this out, though, so it doesn't... There's some stickiness on the paper from being in the paper pack, but see how the flower has like a little dimension? Ooh, okay, here we go. Super cute. So I'm going to cut out just like a few of them, several of them, and then we're going to pile them up, and that's what's going to keep this thing from falling forward. So let me cut those out. Now we're ready. Just go ahead and fold our card over. Again, you want to go around with that blue or whatever if you find... What's so funny is I found all these other things. I found those papers, you know, with the Enchanted Forest. Still didn't find my gilding wax. And I'm telling you, I put it somewhere that to myself I said, oh, this is exactly where I'm going to go for them. This is where I'm going to find these. It's going to be super easy. And I have no idea. And there's several of them, but I feel like they were like on a ledge, kind of... Such is my life. But yeah, which is so funny because I'm like, oh, they'll be here. This is where I'm going to come get them all the time. Nope. All right, so let's glue this down. I'm just going to use this one. Luckily enough, this runner has been working really well. Like that last one was a complete disaster. So I don't know. But I have been watching like Debbie whenever she talks about it, she's like, do this and do that. Make sure you do it this way. So I have a feeling they've heard that their runners are having issues, but so she really wants to make clear that when you use it, when you stop, pull away, like hit it, like swivel it out, basically, to break it off. So maybe they think we're still pulling it and something has to do with that. I don't know. Again, like I said, if they want it way back here, we can do that. That looks weird to me. I'm not doing that. So I'll put it like here. So our stopper is going to be like in here. And basically my stopper is going to be those 3 flowers. And I'm not going to, I want them to be kind of even near each other. So I'm putting some good little gobs of glue. Hopefully they're not too big for the size of the flowers. I want to put them kind of straight. So what happens sometimes I kind of put them in like different layers. And then I thought, well, this is going to be in the middle of a card. It can't just, it's going to flatten out anyway, right? So let's do this. And I guess if you really wanted to mess with the flowers, you can probably make them more dimensional. I don't know. I'm just going to put these here. And leave that dimension. I'm not going to do anything to these until they dry. So what I want you to see is in the back, there's some dimension there. You can use, obviously, whatever you like for dimension. It doesn't have to be this stuff, the glue. And then when we're done, I'm going to have that keep this back. Okay, so I'm not going to let it do it right now because it's not even close to dry. So I'll have some pictures for you guys. I'll take pictures once it's dry so you can see the easel of it. Not too difficult. It did take me some time for other reasons. It wasn't because of the die set, obviously. I went for thick paper. Why not, right? Because it's so thin around the edges. Can you imagine if this was like some cheaper paper? It would be very thin. But the part that kind of comes back over here will be double reinforced. And especially with glue, it always makes it feel much sturdier. So, you know, use whatever you like. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Have you tried out their Spectrum Noir metallic waxes? I don't even know if they carry them anymore. I was trying to think about that. I guess I could look it up, but... They're interesting. So this kit was actually, I think, came out when they had that Enchanted Forest kit because there's like a pink and a purple and very metallic like this. So it's cool. It's very pasty. It's very thick. So it is a little bit different from your gilding wax. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you at the next one. Bye now.